Hi, Chris McClure here again from Lead Life Big Coaching and Leadership Training. We are in this 7-part series on how to prepare well for a leadership transition. And in step 1, we talked about defining the role and making sure that the role that you've had is the role that you've needed. Step 2 is defining the key tasks, the actual items that this new leader stepping into this role needs to be doing. So one of my favorite illustrations of this is to think about the importance of what does the first 100 days look like for a president. Each time a new president enters office, there are a lot of key tasks that are defined. Now, a lot of it comes from the campaign that the president, the candidate, had campaigned on. Some of it is the needs of the country. So it comes from a variety of sources. But what are your key tasks? What are the key things? What are the big rocks, so to speak, that your organization needs from this leader? See, sometimes when you bring a new leader in, it's because it's in response to a problem or a challenge. Sometimes it's building on a foundation that's very solid, and you just want to continue to keep that momentum. And so, to do that, there's key tasks that need to be done to make that happen. So once you define the role and that's clear, and you realize this is what we need this leader to do in general, and as a job description of sorts, then what are the key tasks that need to get done? And then start to really think through that, because step 3, you're going to start looking at leadership qualities, and then step 4, you're going to actually look at developing timelines to get those tasks done. So define these key tasks up front, and this will help the leader really get off to a great start. See, that's part of it too. Is it's difficult to walk into any type of an opportunity where you aren't sure what is really needed from you, required of you, what will bring the greatest return. So we want this leader who is stepping into this role after the previous leader has gone to be able to be successful. And by defining the role and defining the key tasks, that chance of success is elevated significantly. So define the key task, write a list. I always love a good friend of mine and I, we always talk about, just give me the checklist. I'm an execution guy. I like to get things done. And so if I have a checklist of items to do, I'm more likely to be successful and get those done, and I'll get them done quicker than I anticipated. But too many times as leaders, we end up having this nebulous idea of what we need to do. We don't have a clear checklist or a clear task list of what needs to get done. Darren Hardy, one of my favorite success mentors out there, taught a lesson years ago now that has been impacting me for a long time, that if it's important to put on your to-do list, it's important enough to put on your calendar. And so when these tasks are defined, then the leader can actually put these things on his or her calendar and get things done for the betterment of the organization. So after you've defined your key role, then define the key tasks so that you can then get some traction as this new leader takes the reins. Look forward to connecting with you next time on step 3, which, as I mentioned, is going to be identifying the desired leadership qualities of this new leader. This is about the character. This is about the personality. This is about just who the person is. So I look forward to connecting you next time on step 3.